Welcome to episode, I believe we are on number 9. And the show is called Sweet Sleep. We've been together before, right here in the studio. Some of you may be actually new, and it would be nice for me to make a welcoming message. Welcome to Sweet Sleep. We all would like to have sweet sleep compared to the alternative where you lay down in your bed, and each of us have a favorite position. I've heard people tell me, I can't sleep flat on my back. I've heard other people tell me, I can't sleep on my side. And I've heard people tell me, I can't sleep on my belly. Well, we've just gone through different sleeping positions. 3 of them, as a matter of fact. And I have a feeling we fail at all of them. Therefore, we are eternally looking for sweet sleep. And that's how the show came about. It's called Sweet Sleep because it's something that we desire. It's something we want to achieve. And we need to engage mechanisms to try to arrive at our goal. There's some very plain mechanisms we can use to arrive at sweet sleep. Relaxation, meditation, trying to make our mind stop thinking. Good luck with that one. The more I try to make my brain stop or make my mind empty, it lasts for 15-20 seconds at the most. And then we're off to the races again. As a Christian, I will try to invoke thoughts of prayer, or maybe praise. As you've heard it said, praising the Lord. And it winds up being a springboard for my thoughts to be off to the races again. We don't really think that. I should correct myself. I have thought that. I have thought, here we go again. I started by being quiet in my brain, in my thoughts, my inner thoughts. And before I know it, my inner thoughts dribble, they drip. They come back with a new thought, and one leads to the next. So how can we actually stop that cycle? We're sitting in the chair, watching TV, and we start to get tired and nod off into sleep. So we stretch out a little bit and decide maybe this would be a great time to go to bed. And you get up and you make your preparations and you take yourself and you go to bed. And it's like your brain explodes with energy. What happened to that sleepiness that I had just a few minutes ago? I was going to capture it, bottle it, as they say on TV, and sell it for $19.95 a bottle. Sweet sleep in a bottle. Now there's a thought. I can almost see the commercial now. Sweet sleep in a bottle. Only $19.95. But wait, there's more. Or something like, if you order in the next 10 minutes, we will double your order. These people that make commercials in the middle of the night, they know exactly what they're doing. They know we cannot sleep. They know we're watching the commercial. They know we are trying to do something to fall asleep. Their solution is spend money. Spend some money. And when you do, it will put you to sleep. They're not saying that out loud to me. I would be able to hear that, and I might get a little anger going and actually grab the remote control, pick it up from my belly or my bed or the night table. I never thought about where I keep my remote control. It's got to be around somewhere. If I'm watching a movie in the middle of the night, I've learned to mute the commercials. But what if you're watching one very, very, very long commercial? They call it an infomercial. It really is an entrance into your wallet commercial. But we do have tools to help us to fall asleep. One of them is something we have talked about together here a few times. Relaxation. Where you just lay your body prone, or even seated in a chair. I have done it in my lazy boy recliner, or what we used to call them years ago, Barca-loungers. Now they make them electric. You push a button and your feet go up. You hold the button a little bit longer and your back starts to recline. Your feet are going up and your back is reclining. doesn't happen very quickly now that I think about it. It actually happens pretty slow. Or if I'm laying in bed, I'll get my mind to focus on my feet and tell them to relax, to let go. What does that mean, to let go? Here's a good way to prove it to your own self. Do the opposite first. Tighten your toes, curl them up, and tighten them a little bit, and then let go. That feeling where you have just released is the let go feeling. Do that to your toes. Do that to your ankles. Do that to your calves. Tighten, not a lot. We're not in bed to hurt ourselves. Tighten and then let go. And remember to make sure your toes have let go also. Work your way up your body. The goal here is to feel the stress pour out of our body. Let go of your muscles in your thighs, the muscles in your sitting area, the stomach muscles and the chest muscles are perfect muscles to learn to let go. Just let them go. And by the time you arrive up at your face, you'll find that you're thinking, you're frowning. That shouldn't be. Cause your face to release and let go. Make it so your entire body is just let go. Feel the relaxation. Feel the stress pour out. Even in strange parts of your body that you don't think about. Your eyebrows, where you smile. Let go of your face muscles. Just relax. Let them go. Relax. If you don't have a little fan in your bedroom, I could suggest that you get one so that you could feel the touch of a breeze on your face, on your cheeks, on your forehead. Believe it or not, that little breeze can cause a relaxation. That is one of the tools that we have, is to learn to relax. Relax your shoulders. They get tensed up. They bunch up. And you don't realize it. And you fold your arms across your chest. What I call the dying position, like in a coffin. No, relax your arms. Put them down on your stomach. Relax them to the point where it feels like they're going to slide off. let them slide off. Let them slide off to the side of your body. Now you could focus on your fingers, your hands, your wrists. You do have two. I can't say wrists properly because it's plural. There's a left one and a right one. Many people have that. Relax the fingers. Relax the wrists. Now, the purpose of this video, this show, is not meant to be visually stimulating. I purposely come into the studio and dim the lights. I dim the lights so that I can actually relax myself. I have to be careful I don't get too relaxed. I don't want to fall asleep on a live show. It's actually being recorded, to be honest with you. It's recorded from the microphone into the equipment that does the recording. It's recorded from the cameras into the equipment that does the recording. In the old days, it would be a big reel-to-reel that's going round and round and round. Okay, I admit it, that was for effect. But they did go round. Now it's recorded into a computer. Moving parts? The computers are mostly silent, except for the fan that comes on every once in a while. I have had that happen before, and I moved the computers and the microphone away from each other. I only want you to hear me, and maybe the air conditioner that's running far, far in the background, so that I do have a breeze in here and it doesn't get too hot. If you went through the process of relaxation that we just did, and you did it together with me, then you actually engaged your mind. Let me give you a little thought. While your mind was engaged, it wasn't running at 100 miles per hour. You weren't thinking of the problems that plagued you today, or plagued you in your past, maybe yesterday, or can plague you in your future. It made your mind go to the present. What do my feet feel like right now? What do my fingers, my stomach, my shoulders feel like right now? You bring yourself to the present moment. And it kind of slows your mind down. You didn't realize that. I tricked you. I didn't trick you on purpose. I just realized I actually tricked myself. That means I tricked you too. There's another tool that you could use that will help you make your mind focus on something. Just like the relaxation that we did, it might come across simplistic. It's okay. What's the saying? Humor me. Try it. It can't hurt you. Sweet sleep is designed not to be controversial. I might accidentally be controversial, but I really don't mean it, to be honest with you. I try to be bland. Vanilla, as they say. What did you just think when I said vanilla? I know that my mind immediately went chocolate. That means I have a tendency to think in opposites. If you think in opposites yourself, that's one of the reasons why you and me can't get our minds to shut down. One thought leads to the next, automatically, like a flow. We could call it like the domino effect. I say vanilla, and my mind hears it. It actually came up with the word. And it responds, chocolate. So if we focus on the fact that our minds, plural, I wanted to put an S at the end of the word there, to be honest with you. I kind of failed at doing that very well. So it came out as though I don't speak English very well. I made myself look like a fool to my entire audience. Sorry. Sorry is a very good word, actually. It's an apology. It's not meant to conjure up a spirit of sorrow, because that's what sorry can do. Sorrow is not a godly spirit. Sorrow is a cousin. It's a relative. It's a relative of grief. Grief is destructive. Grief is not our friend. Grief is an emotion. When we have someone dear to us leave the earth, we will start a sorrow inside our hearts. And it grows to grief. As a matter of fact, if you look it up on that great Google in the sky, it'll tell you that it's a process. A psychologist will tell you grief is a process, and we go through grief in a very mini way, not a major somebody has died way, but the small version of grief. We do that with what happened in our lives today. And we grieve and sorrow over the fact that someone said something nasty to us. It triggered anger. It triggered self-restraint. Self-restraint triggered a bottling up of emotions. And where does this all come out to play? When you lay down to go to sleep. And you wonder why you can't go to sleep? Your mind is a great big recording, and it plays it back for you, free of charge. You don't have to double the offer like in the commercials. Your brain will play back and bring you to a miniature cycle of grief. How do we overcome grief? We have to engage another gear. Many of us drive an automatic transmission automobile. We don't think about shifting gears. Yet years ago, we shifted gears. The women had to learn. First gear is first. Second gear is second. No, honey, you don't go from first gear to third gear. You have to climb. First gear first, second gear second. I bet you can guess what the next gear is. And then they added gears. You had third gear, then you had fourth gear, then you had fifth gear, and the Italian exotic cars gave you 6 gears and 7. And they would even say it like this: 6 forward gears plus reverse. I wonder if they ever had more than one reverse gear. I really can't answer that question. I'm not going to look it up on the computer right now, but that was a funny thought. And that funny thought made me chuckle inside. And that chuckle made my brain relax. Does your brain relax? Chuckle. Humor me. Chuckle. Let a smile come on your face. And just like the car that's got first gear and second gear, we have just engaged a joyfulness gear. Joyfulness is one of the tools that we can use. We can use it to make our mind stop thinking about things that keep us awake. What makes you joyful? I don't think I've had that thought in a long time. No one's ever asked me, Peter, what makes you joyful? I'm talking about a happy joyfulness. There's different kinds of joyfulness. Let's call on a good one. Christmas morning, for most people, can be joyful. For those that have bad thoughts invoked, that will supplant the joyfulness. But for the moment, let's avoid the negative. Think about a Christmas morning and the feelings that accompany it. There are feelings that accompany Christmas morning. Even in world wars, they will do a truce on Christmas because it brings that certain feeling of goodwill towards men, peace on earth. And for some strange reason, it's so powerful on that single day, it can stop a war, even if it's only temporary. And then the scoundrels, the evil minds, will say that would be the time to attack. That's evil. let's not bring evil into our sweet sleep program. So invoke joyfulness. Bring it to the front of your mind and focus on that. And that will help you to cause your brain to focus on something that will not be keeping you awake. And we can possibly achieve what I hopefully have done for you, and that is to put you to sleep. And now, as I fade out, I will ask Jonathan to play the violin. I've linked his album in the description. Hopefully you can't hear me now. Hopefully you are sleeping. But if you wake up and you rerun this show again, which you can do, you can run a show over and over and use it as a tool to help you go to sleep. So Jonathan's link is in the description. He's a wonderful violinist. He's a wonderful man. Thank you for spending some time with me. And do you know what I wish for you? I wish for you sweet sleep.